Today we're going to be creating some angel decorations for the tree. Now this has been a special request by a friend, so we're going to give this a shot. Now this is with paper clay. This is one of the brands that I use. This is Model Magic by Crayola. This one's in white. You can get it in all different colours, and you can already have the colour there, as you can see in this example, or you can just use white and colour it however you like, which is what I usually choose to do. So what you need is about 2, say, ping pong ball size pieces per person. You're probably going to find that you use a little bit less than this, but that's about the maximum that you'll need. Okay, you start off with a smaller ball, so just roll it using your hands to create a ball type shape. Now if you haven't used paper clay before, it's really great to work with. It's really easy to mould and shape, and as you can see, it's not very messy at all, so it's great for kids. So this is a really good project to do with kids. Okay, so to start with, we're going to create a little body. So you just sort of push your finger in. I use the finger that I don't use as much, so I don't use my left hand as much because I'm right-handed. And I'm just going to create like a little bell shape. So you just sort of pull it down over the top. Now what you do need to do is to push it down as you go, evenly on all sides, so that you get a nice little flat bottom. You can see that, a flat bottom, so that it's finished off nicely. Okay, so we'll just go pushing down. I find that it's better if you lift your finger off with the clay off and turn it around, so that you don't get stab marks in the bottom of your clay, or it doesn't come underneath your fingernail. Okay, looks like a little ghost, I think, at this stage. So we pull that down. And almost done there. Maybe round it out a little bit at the top. And use your fingers on either side. So here I'm kind of creating a pinching type of movement, and just making sure that it's even all the way around, about even thickness. Okay, pressing it down on them again. We've got this kind of a shape, so that's our base for our angel. Okay, let's round that out a little bit so I can add the head on. Okay, now I'm going to take a small piece of this one that I'm going to use as my head, and roll it. To create my head for my angel. Okay. And I'm just going to push it on there. Now, the paper clay sticks on immediately. Unlike regular terracotta clay, you don't have to score it and slush and slurry it and just put it on, but we're going to be using an extra thing today to add it on anyway. Okay, so in this case we're going to be using a paper clip. So what we're going to do with the paper clip is straighten it out. The other way. So we're straightening out a paper clip. Okay, so that it creates a little hook at the bottom. And then what you do is you push it through, right through your puppet and up through the head, like that. So it's a little hook still at the bottom, and that will help join the head and body together. I'm just going to pull that through so the other half starts to come up. You can see that in there. It's just a small little hook there at the bottom. So that's joined it on, and you can manipulate the clay back over the hole, so you've just got a small hole there. Okay, now what we're going to do with this part is we're going to create a hook over the top so that you'll be able to hang it on your tree. Right, what I've decided to do is just kind of scallop the edges a little bit to create a little dress. So I'm just sort of pinching as I'm going around and sort of pinching and pushing. So we're sort of going for that flowing little angel dress. So we've got that kind of a look. Create the arms. What you need to do is take a piece, about that size, so maybe about the same size as the head, and roll it, or use the table to roll it out into a little sausage or a snake. Okay, so you get something that looks a little bit like that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add it on to your angel. Now it's a little bit long at the moment, so we're going to have to cut it down. As this is a paper-based clay, you can use scissors to cut it. So we want to work out about how long we're going to have these arms. So we're going to connect them from one side to the other side. So worked out they're about the length that I want. So cut it out. So if you're doing this project with kids, you might even do, or one child gets to do the rolling out, and you've got about 2 lots of arms there. Okay, then all you need to do is just press the shoulder in. Sometimes I like to use things like a toothpick just to push in and make sure it's joined. Okay, then on the other side, just press that in. But because this is a paper-based clay, if you find that once it dries the arms come off, you can actually use glue to join it back on. Okay, so you should have a little angel that looks a little bit like this. And what you can do with the arms is press it here in the middle. So they've got the little hands held out in front. And you can even use your toothpick or movie tools to just press along here, create little fingers to make it look like the fingers are across in front. I'm just going to create a little lip there. Okay, so what we're also going to use is a pipe cleaner to create the wings. So in this case, I'm going to cut it in half. So we have 2 small pieces of pipe cleaner about the same length, and I'm going to create a little lip shape for your wing. You could go like, or even go a little heart shape, like that. Do a second one, so create a loop and just push it in the middle, your thumb in the middle, while pushing the 2 fingers up. Creates a little kind of a heart shape. Okay, now with the paper clay, do is turn it in the back where you would like to put the wings in. Just press it in. So even have your finger on the inside there, so you're not pushing it all the way through. Maybe to the edge of that. And we'll put our second wing in. Okay, so now we have our little Christmas tree angel. You can start to add your embellishments. Get some little designs in the bottom. Okay, now at this stage you may have noticed that we've not drawn a face or anything like that on. I've not put those on. Because I've designed this as a project to do with kids, I'm going to show you an easier way to tackle that. Now, if you wanted to at this stage, you could still just paint hair on, or Now the great thing about this clay is that it air dries, so you don't have to worry about firing it. And also if these parts come out, once it's dry, you can actually put a little bit of PVC glue onto it and just put them back in, and that should glue it in place. So there we have our Christmas tree angel. And I'll just show you how you can colour it. And the really exciting thing about paper clay is that you can start to colour it straight away. So if you're doing a project like this with kids, you don't have to wait until it dries. You can wait until it dries and it does make it a little bit easier, but it is quite manageable while it's still wet. So there's a number of different tools that you can use. And there is the finished Christmas angel. You can see I've decided to add a little bit more to it. The glitter paint down the bottom there of the dress, because kids always seem to love glitter, and green wash. Using watercolour paints just over the top, just to create a light, transparent finish. And there is my finished Christmas tree angel decoration, ready to hang.